Hi, it's Joy, and today we're going to be watching Heartstopper, Season 3, Episode 4, Secret. Thank you so much, Natasha, for sponsoring this show. I absolutely love it. I'm guessing Secret is that Nick is not ready to tell people, and I think Charlie will respect that, but I also think it could bring up some stuff from what happened with Evil Guy, whose name I'm not even going to bother to remember. Let's go.
I just wanted to talk in person.
Bless your soul.
Okay.
Bless.
Just come in, you got me soaked.
Eat that, we're long past getting soaked.
Did you forget a coat?
Oh. And an umbrella.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Charlie.
I'm so sorry, I didn't think properly about what I was doing, and but you just felt pressured to do it because I asked, and I know you probably don't want to talk to me ever again, but I at least had to say sorry.
Hey, bless.
Okay, there's a chance we can still be friends. Charlie. I don't want to lose you because I did something stupid. Charlie.
They do need to talk, but also they are so adorable. This is Nick still figuring some stuff out and dealing with the peer pressure alcoholism.
I'm so sorry.
Oh. Look.
I was confused and surprised and, like, honestly,
this is
I'm
good.
having a proper full-on gay crisis. And it's not that I didn't want to, you know. I've just been so confused. I think I need some time to figure this out.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad he finally got to talk and say it out loud. You're a good person, Charlie. Oh.
Is it okay if we, like, keep this a secret? Yeah. Yeah. It's fine.
As long as you're not a dick to him at school, that is totally reasonable. Charlie? Oh, bless.
Did I forget something?
It's so sweet. They make my whole soul hurt in the best ways of their cuteness. That feeling is beautiful, sweetheart, okay? Be his friend, Imogen. Charlie. This is not going to be a smooth ride. They don't make TV shows about that, unfortunately.
Hi.
Hi. Young love.
Oh, hi. Hi. Is this how it's going to be now?
Clearly I need to be here to get tips on how to be good at rugby. Oh, really? So that's what this is actually all about then? Maybe.
He's even being secret to his friend. That's sweet. Oh.
Feels nice to be able to ditch my friends for once. You're nothing like him. This is completely different. Yeah.
I think Nick is gonna worry he's doing the same thing Ben did. If it goes on for too long, Charlie might worry, but one of the key differences is Nick is not acting like Charlie is a piece of vermin when he sees him in the school corridors. He's still gonna act like his friend because they are friends, whatever else they are. Whereas Ben would be like, oh my god, why are you speaking to me? Oh! Yeah, we've run out of the way too. Oh. I just need these boys to and Elle to be happy.
Like, just so you know, me and Nick are basically together, so I just needed to check.
You and Nick Nelson are together?
Uh-huh.
I mean, pretty much. I'm not, like, homophobic.
My god, just move on.
Congratulations. We thank you for your service.
Charlie's putting himself in danger just because he has a little unrequited
Oh
crush.
god.
Oi, catch!
Nick needs to ditch his friends. Nick didn't throw it at you. You should say something to your friends, Nick, about how that's not cool. He's going through hell. Charlie's friends would support you.
Don't worry. I won't say anything about us.
Maybe you should to them.
Yeah, good, thanks.
Or does he... Nick, if you want him to say... Oh.
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
Not gonna flake out today, are you, Charlie?
No.
We're counting on you.
Fuck.
Oh my god, I miss you.
too.
Excuse me, where's Ohhh?
I see you all the time.
So this is Tara and Darcy.
Yeah, hi.
Mainly here to get acquainted with the local gays. But, you know, you and Nick Nelson are looking suspiciously coupley.
Oh my god, please ignore her.
Friend. Darcy.
To be honest...
Are there rumours?
No, nothing but my gay intuition.
I promise, we're totally platonic, good friends.
Disappointed.
But Nick... Does Nick feel bad that Charlie has to lie to his friends? Or does Nick kind of think maybe Charlie could tell his friends because they're quite a supportive bunch? Like, I want Nick to be able to be friends with them.
Nervous.
Oh!
Ow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
That number 14, yeah? He definitely has something for you, mate. A crush or something, mate.
Is Harry Green picking on
Jesus.
Charlie?
Maybe they're friends.
That's even worse. And our friendship group is falling apart, Elle.
Your friendship group is fine because you were all here to support Charlie.
Go after him, mate. 100%.
Nick needs to
Shut up.
stop. The thing is, Nick needs to try to start telling Harry, like he did at the party, like, well, you're just shut up. Like, you're being a child. Like, what you're doing isn't right. But at the same time, Nick is going through such a big, like, personal discovery, and he's so scared that, like, they're gonna turn on him and that he might be the victim. And I think he could get through any of the downside. I think particularly because I believe Charlie's group of friends would support him and, like, envelop him in it. But it is so different to the, like, it's not an easy thing to do. It's not an easy jump to take. I mean, I'd support him if he was, like, being bullied for being gay. Oh my god.
Charlie!
He tried. Just want him to get through all of this, but we're in the middle of the show, in the middle of the season.
Sorry. I'm really sorry.
I'm the one who should be saying sorry.
Oh.
I better go.
Okay.
Talk to each other. Talk to your parents, Nick, my
Isaac
love.
won't say anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's so awkward and painful because they just both like each other so much.
Maybe we should just stop getting involved.
I can't believe you just actually suggested that. You.
Oh, hey.
Hey,
Oh no.
What's up?
like this is really random.
Oh, this
But
poor
maybe we
girl,
could,
but...
like, go out somewhere together.
Oh, the peer pressure
Maybe
now.
sort of a date or something.
Yeah. I guess so.
Thought that was coming. I thought that was coming. The peer pressure, he doesn't know what to do, what to make of everything. This is an incredibly messy situation. It's a very teenage situation with shades of being scared of homophobia thrown into it, obviously. I will start with the ending scene because it's kind of what's fresh on my brain. And I thought if she asks him out, he's gonna say yes. Because that is such an incredibly awkward situation, especially with all those people around. For one thing, if he says, oh, no, sorry, you're just a friend, that could make her get really embarrassed, and, you know, it would just be so awkward for both of them, where saying yes is the easy answer. It's part of why I hate the idea of any kind of proposal, like, especially like marriage proposals in public, because if you do want to say no, you kind of have to say yes, and then afterwards be like, it's a no. Obviously, as a viewer, you know fully well that Nick does not want to be saying yes. his entire soul just sank to the bottom of his feet, like, when that happened. But he felt like, you know, with all these lads around, if he says no to this beautiful girl who's asking him on a date, what are they going to think? What are they going to make of it? And he's scared. Coupled with the fact that even though he's the one that asked Charlie to keep it secret, he also feels like Charlie is kind of bending over backwards to keep them a secret. But at the same time, like, Charlie is doing that to protect Nick because Nick doesn't want anybody to know. And so Charlie hasn't even told his friends. And, you know, instead of Nick saying, well, look, if you did want to tell your friends, like, I get that, as long as they'll keep it a secret or something, that would be okay too. But at the same time, it's just so awkward, and it's so painfully real with the awkwardness. And, you know, I'm sort of just saying to just talk to each other, but at the same time, they are teenagers. It's hard enough for adults to talk to each other. So yeah, that was a very, very painful scene to watch, and it's going to be awful when Charlie hears about it. I hope Nick tells Charlie, although he would have to, like, tell him right now before he's friends. But, you know, I hope Nick and Charlie are able to talk about it. And I just think Nick needs to keep talking about what he's going through. You know, we had in this episode him saying out loud, I'm in a bit of a gay panic. He has said the words. And I do truly think that Nick is probably unsure still whether because I think there's about, my brain is all over the place. We live in such a heteronormative society that you're kind of conditioned. I mean, we say to little kids, oh, you're little girls, you're going to break so many boys' hearts one day. To little boys, oh, the girls are going to love you when you grow up. It's so conditioned into so many aspects of society, and I hope that is being said less to small children nowadays, but it is still being said. You know, when you watch TV, there is a lot more representation now. I think it is a lot better than it was, but there's still a long way to go. The world we live in is so, you expect people to be straight. I mean, obviously, a lot of people don't, but the general society does. And so growing up, you kind of just assume you're straight. And obviously there are some people who they know, they realise they have feelings for a boy, and it's fine. I think particularly, I imagine, if you are bisexual or pansexual, or somebody who is not just attracted to one gender over the other, you might, because you do feel attraction to the gender you are expected to feel attracted to, it's very easy to overlook the other feelings. You know, I think for a lot of people, I do think no one is, like, completely straight or like, it's kind of, you might be a little bit on the spectrum, but at the same point, like, it's easy to know if you're completely gay, I think, more than it is to know if you are bi or pan or any of the other terms that people feel comfortable with. And so for Nick, he could be gay. I mean, he's just grown up in this heteronormative society. He's been good at sport, so he's been in with the kind of popular sporty lads crowd where it's hard to come out. I mean, this is completely separate again. I'm just going on lots of tangents. I'm very sorry. I feel very strongly about all of this. In football, the sport of football, of soccer, but it's called football because they can kick the ball with your foot. It's the primary aim. There are, like, 2 elite level athletes, footballers, who are out as gay. One of them is actually, like, he's quite, I think he's 17 or 20, like, he's at the beginning of his career. And, like, the other one is sort of getting on older, and a couple of people who have come out after retirement. But statistically, like that girl said, you're looking about how many men play football. I don't know what the figures are like in the female game because it's not talked about as much. It's not, I mean, it's getting, obviously, women's football is doing brilliantly, but just, like, in terms of this issue, I've only really heard about it in the men's game. There will be a lot of high-level footballers who we see on our screens every weekend who are gay, but who don't feel comfortable for whatever reason because they get homophobic abuse in the stands or whatever. I hope that's getting better. I know that there have been, like, the captains have been wearing, like, rainbow armbands that are, like, there are no hate acceptable. Like, the England team take the knee to be, like, supportive of Black Lives Matter, and kind of just in general, like, there is a real move for inclusion. And it also makes me wonder whether there are a lot of young people who are aware that they are gay, who are hesitant to join sport because they feel like they won't fit in on, because they'll feel like, oh, I'm just the gay guy who can't do sport, a bit like Charlie. Maybe never explore those avenues. Also, if they see a lot of this laddish culture among sporty boys and they don't want to get a part of it. Basically, Nick has been in a very heteronormative world. So he could be gay. Fully gay, has no interest in women. And that is totally fine. He could be bisexual, in which case trying to work out, like, where these things from Charlie come, because I've always have liked women, are there as well. And you know what else? He is He's year 11, isn't he? He's like 16. He does not have to have it figured out, ever. So he's going through a lot right now and trying to work out where he fits in the world. And he's also, you know, keenly aware that the only other out gay person at his school, Charlie, faced a lot of bullying. And we know, obviously, Elle was out in a different way, but she also talks about the boys that bullied her. You know, it was not, she did not have an easy ride, from what you gather, being transgender. Of course, in a school of the right, I can't even imagine what that was like. So the only examples you see are people being bullied, and it's by your own friends, and it is very hard to stand up to them. We've seen Nick do it once. I hope we're going to see him gather his own courage. What I really think, I think in general, he and Charlie need to talk a lot. And Nick needs to say, you know, it's weird. I know I asked us to keep it a secret, but it also feels really weird for me that we're keeping it a secret, and I feel bad that you're being forced to do it. Similarly, Charlie needs to say, look, you know, I think they need to talk, but also they are like 16 and 15. They are young, they are falling for each other, they're in that beautiful puppy love stage, but they're also in that stage where everything's so exciting, but it's also so nervous and nerve-wracking, and you think, if I say the wrong thing, I'm going to ruin everything. And I understand why they aren't speaking to each other, but what I really, really, really need Nick to be able to do is speak to his family. I don't think we've seen his dad, but his mother is Olivia Colman, and I stand by the fact that if they make Olivia Colman a homophobic parent, I will have questions. Now, that doesn't mean she has to know exactly the right thing to say, but you know, I know if I had children and they were gay, whether they came out to me or whether they just brought somebody home with the same gender, I'm like, this is my partner, I would not be not supportive. And, you know, I know parents might overdo it with the, like, I'm an ally. But, you know, I just think she would be someone that he could hopefully talk to and let out how he's feeling, and he wouldn't, if she responded well, he wouldn't need to feel scared about it anymore, and he could tell her everything. I just really need that for him, because I think he needs this outsider's perspective, someone that isn't in the middle of the relationship and someone he can talk to. I worry about him, and I worry about Charlie, and I worry where this is all going. Now, we're in the middle of a season. I mean, well, but that was like the halfway point of the season, so, and the book, the, like, graphic novels this is based on, there are 3 of them. I mean, I have no idea whether Charlie and Nick stay together throughout all of it. They are children, and children don't always stay together as much as they are adorable and perfect. I feel like this is a bumpy ride, but it's also true to even heteronormative relationships, or relationships between two people who are both very confident in their sexuality, can be bumpy getting to the stable point. I absolutely love this show. Very stressed for these children, because I just want them to be happy and to flourish. I love Elle. I'm so glad she has her friends. I think she and Tao, the moment that they acknowledge that they like each other as more than friends, that's another scary leap to take. They're all grown up, and it's a hard old ride. Unless you're like me, who did not have any romantic entanglements as an adolescent or a 20-something, and therefore has never experienced any of this firsthand. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction if you're watching on YouTube, and thank you so much for watching.